Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce got engaged on August 26, 2025, and their joint announcement literally broke Instagram. Taylor, born December 13, 1989, is 36 years old. Travis, born October 5, 1989, is also 36 years old. They started publicly dating in September 2023, after Taylor attended Travis's Kansas City Chiefs game on September 24, 2023. The couple posted the engagement on a joint Instagram post captioned, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married." Absolute chef's kiss caption. The post was set to Taylor's song So High School from her album The Tortured Poets Department. It drew more than 29 million likes within the first 24 hours. Travis had proposed weeks earlier in a garden. His dad, Ed Kelce, publicly said he learned about the proposal around a Philadelphia Eagles public practice, which was held on Sunday, August 10th, 2025. So the actual engagement happened in early to mid-August, but they held off announcing it for weeks. The engagement ring itself is an antique, elongated cushion-cut old mine diamond set in yellow gold. It was designed by Kindred Lubeck of Artifacts Fine Jewelry. Value estimates from jewelers range from $120,000 to negative $16.2 million.
He was the most charming, delightful performer you could ever be on the stage with.
Taylor Swift's wedding is reportedly happening on Friday, July 3rd, 2026, at Madison Square Garden in New York City. The New York Times reported on June 24th, 2026, that permits were filed to close streets around Madison Square Garden from July 2nd to midday July 4th. The Times cited 3 people with knowledge, plus a city official who said Madison Square Garden is planning to host the wedding festivities on July 3rd. So the venue is basically confirmed through permits, but Taylor and Travis themselves have confirmed literally nothing. An earlier rumored date of June 13th, 2026 came and went, tied to Taylor's love of the number 13. That day passed without anything happening. A rumored Ocean House wedding in Watch Hill, Rhode Island was repeatedly denied by the venue itself. Now everything is pointing to Madison Square Garden. Truckloads of decor labeled Garden Party 16 Scenic have been reportedly spotted at the venue. Reports also suggest a castle build inside a garden setting. Kansas City Chiefs players have reportedly booked the nearby Marriott Marquis Hotel, but some skeptics, including an aide who planned John F. Kennedy Jr. "secret wedding," think MSG could just be a decoy for a private ceremony elsewhere. Nothing is confirmed. Taylor Swift's actual wedding cost is reportedly estimated between $10 and $20 million, which is honestly less than 1% of her net worth. So the billion-dollar wedding headlines are technically misleading. Per CNN Business on July 15, 2026, an anonymous luxury wedding planner estimated a luxury wedding at the Garden could cost from $15 million to $20 million. Luxury planner Jason Rhee also estimated the cost could be $10 million. Broken down by category, the numbers get wild. Lighting designer Ira Levy, who has previously handled the Ambani family wedding and Ivanka Trump's wedding, told CNN that lighting alone at a venue like Madison Square Garden could start at $650,000 and go up to almost $1 million. Just lighting. Flowers and decor reportedly cost over negative $16 million. Custom tents could cost up to negative $16 million. Then, multiple performers, catering for negative 100 guests, security details, and Madison Square Garden rental costs push everything up. The couple is reportedly working with celebrity wedding planner Mark Seed, founder of New York-based Exposure NY. Mark previously planned Jennifer Lawrence's wedding to Cook Maroney, plus Jack Antonoff's wedding to Margaret Qualley. The wedding cost is real. Taylor Swift being worth around $2 billion is exactly why the billion-dollar wedding framing gets used. According to Forbes' 2026 Iconoclast 50 list published June 4th, 2026, as of March 2026, Swift's net worth was estimated to be $2 billion. That makes her officially the richest female musician in history. She's also the first musician to reach billionaire status primarily through songwriting and touring. Bloomberg's Billionaires Index put Taylor at around $2.16 billion in October 2025. Her fortune breaks down roughly like this. Around $800 million comes from touring and royalties. Around $600 million comes from her music catalog. And around $110 to $120 million comes from real estate holdings. Taylor made her fortune massive with the Eras Tour, which grossed over $2 billion, making it the highest-grossing tour ever in history. Forbes estimated she personally took home around $190 million post-tax from the Eras Tour alone. Then, in May 2025, Taylor bought back her original 6 album masters from Shamrock Capital for approximately $360 million. That was arguably her biggest financial victory, from country teen to billion-dollar mogul in 20 years. Iconic financial trajectory. Travis Kelce being worth approximately $90 million is honestly impressive on its own, even though it's tiny compared to Taylor Swift. Celebrity Net Worth and Forbes both estimate Travis's net worth at around $90 million. Forbes cited $70 million at the August 2025 engagement announcement. His NFL career cash earnings totaled around $112.6 million through the 2025 season. In April 2024, he signed a 2-year, $34.25 million Chiefs extension. Then in March 2026, he re-signed for what functions as a 1-year, $12 million, fully guaranteed deal. His endorsements bring in anywhere from $5 million to $30 million per year, depending on the estimate. Major brands include McDonald's, Nike, Papa John's, and State Farm. The New Heights podcast he co-hosts with brother Jason Kelce signed a 3-year, $100 million deal with Amazon's Wondery in August 2024. Massive number. Travis also has smart investments in Cholula Hot Sauce, Garage Beer, Casa Azul, Kodiak Cakes, Indochino, and even a stake in Formula -16 Feet's Alpine team. His personal brands include True Colors Apparel and Hilo Nutrition products. Combined, Taylor and Travis's total wealth reportedly stands somewhere between -$16.67 and $2.19 billion. Taylor Swift bringing the NFL over -$16 billion in publicity value over 2 football seasons is genuinely the wildest financial angle of this whole story. According to Apex Marketing Group President Eric Smallwood, Taylor generated $331.5 million in equivalent brand value for the Chiefs and NFL between September 24th, 2023 and January 22nd, 2024 alone. Then, per a MarketWatch report via NBC New York published February 25th, 2025, citing Apex data, in the 2 football seasons since she began dating Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift has brought over -$16 billion in publicity and revenue to the NFL. The first partial season generated $366.7 million. The second season generated an estimated $634.3 million in equivalent brand value through the AFC Championship. But critically, this is publicity value, not cash revenue. That distinction matters. Travis's jersey saw a nearly 400% spike in sales across the Fanatics network after that first September 24th, 2023 game. Female viewership among girls aged 12 to 17 jumped 53% during the Chiefs versus Jets game. NFL sponsorships jumped roughly 20% overall. The NFL owes Taylor Swift genuine financial gratitude at this point. Taylor Swift's wedding is reportedly happening under the most extreme secrecy ever seen at a celebrity wedding. Guests reportedly signed NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. Guests reportedly received watermarked invitations bearing each guest's individual name to trace leaks. Every guest is reportedly barred from bringing phones or cameras. TMZ reported the NDA carries no monetary penalty and no film release clause, making a streaming special or documentary unlikely. An absolutely no gifts rule was confirmed by NFL tight end George Kittle. Taylor reportedly turned down multi-million-dollar offers to live stream or sell broadcast rights, opting instead to own all wedding footage herself. Media rights could have reportedly fetched multi-millions. NBC News reported around 16,000 guests are expected. Self-confirmed attendees include Ed Sheeran, George Kittle, Chiefs coach Andy Reid, and Suki Waterhouse. Prince William and Princess Catherine reportedly declined the invitation, per People magazine on June 30th, 2026. Rumored performers include Stevie Nicks, Tim McGraw, Ed Sheeran, and possibly Paul McCartney. Rumored bridal party members include Selena Gomez, Gigi Hadid, and Taylor's childhood best friend Abigail Anderson Berard. Jason Kelce is expected as best man. Extreme lockdown for what's shaping up to be the most anticipated wedding of the decade.
Travis Kelce proposed to Taylor Swift in a rose-filled garden.
Well, she said yes. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are officially engaged.
I think that it would be wonderful to end up with the right person.
After months of speculation and 2 years of a high-profile romance, Travis Kelce made his love for Taylor Swift official by proposing in a breathtakingly romantic setting. Surrounded by hundreds of roses in a grove garden, the NFL star dropped to one knee in a moment that felt straight out of a fairy tale.
Love blooms. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's enchanting garden engagement.
The couple later shared a series of intimate photographs from the proposal, including one where Travis carefully held Taylor's hand up to the camera to show the engagement ring that is now captivating millions around the globe. For Swifties, this was more than a celebrity engagement. It was the beginning of a love story that merges sports, music, and spectacle.
Engagement ring sparks global celebration for Swifties everywhere.
Taylor Swift's engagement ring features a rare antique diamond with historical significance. The centerpiece of the proposal is Taylor's dazzling engagement ring, which has already become a talking point for its rarity and design. Rather than opting for a modern cut, Travis selected an old mine brilliant cut diamond, a style most popular during the 18th and 19th centuries. Unlike today's precision-cut diamonds, each old mine stone is hand-cut and completely unique, with cushion-like shapes, rounded corners, and large facets that reflect light in a softer, more romantic way. The choice to use such a historically significant stone gives Taylor's ring both symbolic depth and vintage charm. For fans who see Taylor as a storyteller rooted in timeless themes, the design resonates as more than just a fashion statement. It is a jewel that mirrors her artistic identity. Taylor Swift's ring was crafted by renowned jeweler Kindred Lubeck. The engagement ring was co-designed by Travis and master goldsmith Kindred Lubeck of Artifacts Fine Jewelry, whose work is renowned for combining hand craftsmanship with meaningful design. Lubeck specializes in hand engraving, a process he describes as tattooing rings, where tiny, sharp instruments carve permanent patterns into metal. For Taylor's ring, the old mine diamond was placed in a north-south setting and secured with a yellow-gold band, a stylistic choice that emphasizes the stone's antique roots while also aligning with current jewelry trends that favor warm tones. By working directly with Travis, Lubeck ensured the design was not only luxurious, but also deeply personal. The end result is a ring that feels like a collaboration between artisan and partner, a piece meant to reflect their love story, rather than simply flaunt wealth. Experts value Taylor Swift's ring between $1 million and $5 million, depending on size and rarity. Initial jewelry appraisals estimated that Taylor's ring could be worth between $750,000 and $1 million, based on its craftsmanship, size, and vintage qualities. However, celebrity jeweler George Khalif, known as George the Jeweler, suggested the price could be significantly higher. According to him, the stone appears to be between 10 and 20 carats, which could place its value anywhere from $1 million to $5 million. Khalif also emphasized the bezel setting, a design where the gold completely wraps around the stone, noting that it is both highly fashionable and secure. The combination of an antique diamond with modern, custom detailing has made Taylor's ring not just a valuable accessory, but also a collector's treasure that merges eras of jewelry history. Comparing Taylor Swift's engagement ring to other celebrity sparklers. While Taylor's ring has generated enormous buzz, it is not the largest celebrity sparkler in recent headlines. Cristiano Ronaldo recently gave Georgina Rodriguez a staggering 37-carat diamond engagement ring, dwarfing Taylor's piece in sheer size. However, experts and fans argue that Taylor's ring is more meaningful because of its history and craftsmanship. By selecting an antique cut and working with an artisan jeweler, Travis prioritized significance over spectacle. The ring is not just about carat count, it is about the story it tells. For admirers, this choice reflects both Taylor and Travis's personalities, grounded, intentional, and invested in symbols that hold emotional weight. In the world of celebrity engagements, where bigger is often equated with better, this thoughtful approach stands out. Taylor Swift's ex-boyfriend, Taylor Lautner, publicly reacts to her engagement to Travis Kelce. Taylor Swift's surprise engagement to NFL star Travis Kelce on August 26, 2025, quickly caught the attention of her ex-boyfriend, Taylor Lautner. The Twilight actor dated Swift in 2009, and while their romance was short-lived, he wasted no time in showing his support for the newly engaged couple. Lautner reshared the NFL's Instagram post announcing the news, which featured Swift at the Super Bowl saying, "I can't believe this is happening," with the caption, "Same." His repost was a simple but heartfelt gesture that made it clear there is no lingering bitterness between the two. Taylor Swift's lasting connection with Taylor Lautner. One of the most famous remnants of Taylor Swift's relationship with Taylor Lautner is the song Back to December from her album Speak Now. Lautner has openly acknowledged that the ballad was written about him, and it has become a fan favorite over the years. Despite the romance ending, Swift and Lautner maintained a respectful friendship. Their connection stood out in an industry where breakups often turn sour, making it especially touching to see Lautner still rooting for Swift's happiness more than a decade later. His reaction to her engagement to Travis Kelce was the latest reminder that their story never really ended with bitterness. Taylor Lautner describes his friendship with Taylor Swift during the Call Her Daddy podcast. In 2023, Taylor Lautner appeared on Alex Cooper's Call Her Daddy podcast and spoke candidly about his past with Taylor Swift. He shared that what allowed them to remain friends was the mutual respect they held for one another. Lautner explained, "When you respect somebody for who they are in their soul, it allows you to move on, forgive, and continue that love in a different way." He also reminded listeners that they were very young at the time of their romance, with him being 18 and Swift 20 or 21. Lautner's comments reflected the thoughtful, positive way he looks back on their time together, showing why he has been so supportive of her engagement to Travis Kelce. Taylor Lautner's cameo at Taylor Swift's Eras Tour and their shared Kansas City connection. Taylor Lautner's friendship with Taylor Swift wasn't just something he talked about. It became a headline moment during Swift's Eras Tour in July 2023. To celebrate the release of Speak Now, Taylor's version, Lautner joined Swift on stage during her concert in Kansas City, Missouri. The moment was extra memorable because Lautner also made a cameo in Swift's music video for I Can See You, tying his presence directly to her re-recorded work. The Kansas City concert later became symbolic, since it is also the home of Travis Kelce and the Kansas City Chiefs. What seemed like a fun cameo at the time now looks like a foreshadowing of Swift's engagement story that unfolded in the very same city. Travis Kelce designs a $1 million diamond ring for Taylor Swift's engagement. When Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce announced their engagement on August 26, 2025, they shared a collection of stunning photos from the proposal. One of the most talked about details was the enormous diamond ring Kelce designed with Parisian jeweler Kindred Lubeck. The ring is estimated to be worth around $1 million, and it quickly became the centerpiece of the announcement. By personally collaborating on the design, Kelce made sure the ring carried both elegance and sentiment, matching Swift's glamorous but personal style. Taylor Lautner's support for her engagement highlights a full-circle moment in Taylor Swift's engagement to Travis Kelce. Taylor Lautner's public support for Taylor Swift's engagement to Travis Kelce brought the story full circle. Years after being the inspiration behind one of Swift's most heartfelt songs, Lautner has shown he can celebrate her new chapter with grace. His cameo at her Eras Tour in Kansas City, his glowing words on the Call Her Daddy podcast, and his repost of the NFL's announcement all reinforce that he has nothing but kindness towards Swift. For fans who have followed her journey from the Back to December era to her romance with Kelce, Lautner's response highlights how old relationships can transform into lifelong friendships rooted in respect.
And Kelce has the touchdown!
Taylor Swift is the NFL's biggest moneymaker? Hold on, Taylor Swift made how much money for the NFL? Hundreds of millions?
My dad's like a stockbroker, so he's always been like, save your money. Don't be stupid about it.
I'm sorry, did I hear that right? Hundreds of millions of dollars. Holy smokes.
You could be back in time.
I got a lot of things I gotta focus on.
I'm just saying.
Wait, let me clean my ears real quick. Anyone got a Q-tip? Taylor Swift could buy the Chiefs. Taylor Swift could buy the NFL. Taylor Swift could play in the NFL. Travis Kelce could sell out arenas for his newest album on the Eras Whatever. The NFL has actually gracefully welcomed this Taylor Swift effect with open arms.
That alone was just a life-changing, dream-come-true moment for me.
What is the Taylor Swift effect, you might be asking yourself? Well, it's not the effect of a million failed relationships with dudes who are a shell of a man. It's actually an economic effect, one for the masses, an effect that leaves Isaac Newton shivering in his grave. It's the effect of bringing in a shit ton of revenue for anything that Taylor Swift associates herself with.
I've had a lot of stalkers show up to the house armed, so we have to think that way.
See, in October of 2023, Taylor Swift created a brand value of over $120 million for the NFL. And you know what that came from? Her showing her face at a singular Kansas City Chiefs game in the same box as Travis Kelce's mom.
With Travis's mom, Donna,
Yes, the Chiefs won that game, where they actually destroyed the Chicago Bears 41-10, but that's not the point. Because the true winner that night was the NFL's accounting department. Because just 3 days after that game, there was nearly a 200% increase for following football game tickets on StubHub. And not only that, but for the Chiefs' next game the following week, where Taylor Swift and Kelce first showed themselves to the public, the NFL raked in over 24 million viewers. And this turned out to be the second highest selling game of the 2023-2024 NFL season. It was also the most watched NFL broadcast that week. So perhaps Joe Coy did have a point in his Golden Globes monologue.
On the Golden Globes, we have fewer camera shots of Taylor Swift. I swear.
Maybe Taylor Swift does deserve all that extra camera time though, if she's really bringing in hundreds of $millions for a sports league that she has nothing to do with. But the NFL is not the only player in this game of the T-Swift effect that's been graced with this amazing increase in revenue. Her boyfriend Travis Kelce is reportedly expected to earn over $5 million in increased net worth since announcing that they are dating. Because not only did Travis Kelce merchandise increase by over 400% since Taylor's first appearance at a Chiefs game, but according to Bob Dorfman over at Pinnacle Advertising, it's estimated that Kelce currently makes around $5 million a year in his off-field earnings, and he wouldn't be surprised if that number doubled. On top of all of this, apparently Travis Kelce's personal brand has seen a dramatic increase, with companies that now wish to partner with him and work together through endorsements. Because Travis and his co-NFL superstar brother, Jason Kelce, also host a weekly podcast called New Heights, which also happens to be the second most popular podcast in America, second only to the Joe Rogan Experience. Yeah, crazy. So yes, Taylor is into podcasters now. So listen, we gotta wonder, just how many of Travis Kelce's podcast listeners are Swifties? Because it's basically 98% football talk, and like 2% hinting at gossip maybe between Travis and Taylor. So what we're seeing is a huge influx of broken-hearted teenagers turning towards the football podcast to see the light. And yes, my friends, that is the US of A, lovely America. How do you feel about the Taylor effect? Because the NFL seems to feel pretty good, obviously.
Are you ready for it?
It's official! Taylor Swift is going to be at the big game Sunday to cheer on her new boyfriend, Travis Kelce. She says she spent time with the entire Kelce family, including Mom Donna.
Taylor Swift literally turned NFL star Travis Kelce into an overnight celebrity. NFL player Travis Kelce joked a bit about this after becoming more famous because of his growing romance with Taylor Swift.
Ah, man, it was just action-packed. Shout out to Taylor for pulling up. That was pretty ballsy.
So, by the way, him and his brother, who also is an NFL player, Jason Kelce, they revealed on their podcast called New Heights that it had become very popular, as well as their podcast had reached #1 on different platforms in October of 2023.
They're overdoing it a little bit.
Jason had added these comments. He said, "We are officially on the map. Both Travis and I have officially been put on the map." And then Travis himself, he responded saying, "Just when you think you've been skating away from it."
I just have a great time with these things.
Also, the sports apparel shop Fanatics.com reported a 400% increase in Travis Kelce's jersey sales, which put him in the top 5 players in the NFL. And jokingly, his brother Jason said, "Nothing out of the ordinary from week 3, so can't really explain why the boost in viewership, but we appreciate you guys tuning in." Obviously, he's saying this tongue-in-cheek because clearly he knows that it's because of Taylor Swift.
I think a few of them might have been there for Deadpool and Taylor.
But as much as Travis is already a star in his own right, at least in the sports world, there's no doubt that his name being associated with Taylor Swift has made him become more mainstream. The Taylor Swift effect is definitely a real thing, but it can also be a little bit of a problem though, because Travis also thinks that the NFL and NBC, they are going way too far with their coverage of Taylor Swift and their relationship. Like, they're always showing her in the stands cheering and celebrating. It's like, okay, we get it.
Is the NFL overdoing it? What is your honest opinion?
They're overdoing it a little bit, for sure.
Now, he did go on to say this. I think it's fun when they show who's at the game.
I think it brings a little bit more to the atmosphere, brings a little bit more to what you're watching. They're overdoing it a little bit.
But how did Travis and Taylor get connected anyways? So check it out. In August of 2023, Travis admitted on the podcast that he had a crush on Taylor Swift.
If you're up on Taylor Swift concerts, there are friendship bracelets, and I wanted to give Taylor Swift one with my number on it.
And when Taylor heard about this, she attended the Kansas City Chiefs Week 3 game against the Chicago Bears, and she spent time with Donna Kelce, which is Travis and Jason's mother. Now, cameras captured Taylor and Travis leaving the stadium together, and the next week she traveled to New York City to watch the Chiefs play the New York Jets, bringing friends like Ryan Reynolds, as well as she brought along Blake Lively. But unlike her previous relationship with Joe Alwyn, Taylor has been very public about her new relationship with Travis, although I don't think that there's any label that has been put on the relationship at the time of this recording. They're kind of just a thing, not necessarily boyfriend-girlfriend yet. But besides being seen together at some games, they were also spotted together at an after party in Kansas City. And since Taylor is a huge star, obviously her connection with football and Travis Kelce brings in some extra media attention. And the NFL is definitely trying to make the most of it. They're trying to capitalize on this. Her legion of fans, known as Swifties, suddenly have a rising interest in football, and they're talking about it on social media like never before. So it's great for the sport. It brings more people that weren't necessarily interested in football, gets them interested. However, some football fans are a little bit annoyed because they don't want the focus to shift too much on Taylor Swift and turn it into the Taylor Swift show every time Travis Kelce is playing a game. So there's always a flip side to fame here.
Are you ready for it? It's official. Taylor Swift is going to be at the big game Sunday to cheer on her new boyfriend, Travis Kelce. She says she spent time with the entire Kelce family, including Mom Donna.
Taylor Swift literally turned NFL star Travis Kelce into an overnight celebrity. NFL player Travis Kelce joked a bit about this after becoming more famous because of his growing romance with Taylor Swift.
Ah, man, it was just action-packed. Shout out to Taylor for pulling up. That was pretty ballsy.
So, by the way, him and his brother, who also is an NFL player, Jason Kelce, they revealed on their podcast called New Heights that it had become very popular, as well as their podcast had reached #1 on different platforms in October of 2023.
They're overdoing it a little bit.
Jason had added these comments. He said, "We are officially on the map. Both Travis and I have officially been put on the map." And then Travis himself, he responded saying, "Just when you think you've been skating away from it."
I just have a great time with these things.
Also, the sports apparel shop Fanatics.com reported a 400% increase in Travis Kelce's jersey sales, which put him in the top 5 players in the NFL. And jokingly, his brother Jason said, "Nothing out of the ordinary from week 3, so can't really explain why the boost in viewership, but we appreciate you guys tuning in." Obviously, he's saying this tongue-in-cheek because clearly he knows that it's because of Taylor Swift.
I think a few of them might have been there for Deadpool and Taylor.
But as much as Travis is already a star in his own right, at least in the sports world, there's no doubt that his name being associated with Taylor Swift has made him become more mainstream. The Taylor Swift effect is definitely a real thing, but it can also be a little bit of a problem though, because Travis also thinks that the NFL and NBC, they are going way too far with their coverage of Taylor Swift and their relationship. Like, they're always showing her in the stands cheering and celebrating. It's like, okay, we get it.
Is the NFL overdoing it? What is your honest opinion?
They're overdoing it a little bit, for sure.
Now, he did go on to say this. I think it's fun when they show who's at the game.
I think it brings a little bit more to the atmosphere, brings a little bit more to what you're watching. They're overdoing it a little bit.
But how did Travis and Taylor get connected anyways? So check it out. In August of 2023, Travis admitted on the podcast that he had a crush on Taylor Swift.
If you're up on Taylor Swift concerts, there are friendship bracelets, and I wanted to give Taylor Swift one with my number on it.
And when Taylor heard about this, she attended the Kansas City Chiefs Week 3 game against the Chicago Bears, and she spent time with Donna Kelce, which is Travis and Jason's mother. Now, cameras captured Taylor and Travis leaving the stadium together, and the next week she traveled to New York City to watch the Chiefs play the New York Jets, bringing friends like Ryan Reynolds, as well as she brought along Blake Lively. But unlike her previous relationship with Joe Alwyn, Taylor has been very public about her new relationship with Travis, although I don't think that there's any label that has been put on the relationship at the time of this recording. They're kind of just a thing, not necessarily boyfriend and girlfriend yet. But besides being seen together at some games, they were also spotted together at an after party in Kansas City. And since Taylor is a huge star, obviously her connection with football and Travis Kelce brings in some extra media attention. And the NFL is definitely trying to make the most of it. They're trying to capitalize on this. Her legion of fans, known as Swifties, suddenly have a rising interest in football, and they're talking about it on social media like never before. So it's great for the sport. It brings more people that weren't necessarily interested in football, gets them interested. However, some football fans are a little bit annoyed because they don't want the focus to shift too much on Taylor Swift and turn it into the Taylor Swift show every time Travis Kelce is playing a game. So there's always a flip side to fame here.
Taylor Swift isn't the person you thought she was. There's so many secrets she's kept from you for so long.
Oh boy, there have been some big red flags spotted in Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's relationship, and here is what they are.
Taylor Swift red flags Travis Kelce should have seen.
Travis's exes have also warned Taylor about him.
Like the saying goes, once a cheater, always a cheater.
And Travis Kelce's family are really concerned about their safety because of their relationship. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's relationship is definitely exciting for their fans.
Speaking of Taylor Swift, I know you went to the Taylor Swift concert. How was it?
I wanted to give Taylor Swift one with my number on it.
But Travis's brother, Jason Kelce, who's also an NFL player, has voiced concerns about safety due to the attention that their relationship is receiving.
Travis Kelce's brother, Jason Kelce, has recently expressed concerns about the safety of his famous sibling.
Speaking to NBC Sports on October 22nd, 2023, Jason expressed his happiness for his younger brother Travis, but also shared his concerns about the whole situation. And Jason went on to explain this. It's certainly been weird, the level that it is now. On one hand, I'm happy for my brother that he seems to be in a relationship that he's excited about, that he is genuine about. But there's another end of it where it's like, man, this is a lot. I guess this is one of those unavoidable red flags when it comes to dating a high-profile celebrity. No doubt Travis Kelce was famous before dating Taylor Swift, of course, but since dating Taylor, you gotta admit that his fame has literally skyrocketed to another level. And that's not really Taylor Swift's fault at all. It just comes with the territory. But I get why Jason, his brother, would be concerned with this whole red flag of the safety concern.
Have you had to enact any security of your own?
Of my own?
Do you feel like you're like a security guard when you're with Taylor?
As a matter of fact, discussing a recent incident where paparazzi approached him while refueling his car, Jason addressed the fact that this level of fame is very unusual for football players. Despite the overwhelming media attention though, Travis Kelce and his family remain positive about his relationship with Taylor Swift. Jason even goes on to state that as long as the attention doesn't pose a threat to Travis's safety, then he can handle it. And that's good to hear, because the last thing that you want to hear is that the Kelce family starts to resent Taylor because she brought all of this danger that comes with that level of fame to Travis and the rest of the Kelce family. Again, I think it just comes with the territory here, and they're doing their best to kind of navigate this newfound level of fame. Travis also appears to be embracing his new level of fame, and he's definitely been benefiting financially from his association with Taylor Swift. His jersey sales even, you take a look, they have risen like crazy, and he has gained a larger social media following, leading to more lucrative brand deals. Travis has also gone on to invest in a $6 million mansion with enhanced security features, aiming to maintain his privacy while continuing his relationship with Taylor Swift. Beyond this though, concerns about Taylor and Travis's romance extend beyond his family. Two of his ex-girlfriends have raised warnings for Taylor Swift, citing Travis's dating history. So check it out. In a recent interview with the Daily Mail publication, Maya Benberry, one of Travis's exes, accused him of cheating during their relationship.
Certain qualities don't change in men. I feel like Travis is a narcissist.
Uh-oh. Big red flag there. And she also suggested that Travis might be with Taylor Swift for the publicity. And this is what Maya said in her own words. I'm sure by now she has mastered the ability to see who is really there for her and who is just using her. I can only hope that she comes out the teacher in this situation and not the student. Then Travis's other ex, Kayla Nicole, recently addressed the online hate that she's been receiving ever since his connection to Taylor Swift began. Although she didn't mention any names specifically, Kayla did imply that her and Travis's relationship ended very poorly. Despite these concerns though, Taylor and Travis seem to be maintaining their relationship and things seem to be going up for them. So we got history of cheating, safety concerns, potential jealous exes being dragged into the whole mix, and then you have the fact that Taylor Swift has had a long list of people that she's dated, and this could either be a massive concentration of red flags that signal that this relationship was actually doomed before it started, or this could last longer than people think. Maybe this is till death do part.
It's clear that Swift and Kelce are head over heels for each other, with the singer recently revealing in an interview that she is so inspired by his athletic prowess on the field. But let's be real, we're equally as inspired by their couple goals off the field.
The singer kissed her man post-show at her Eras tour stop in Argentina on Saturday.
During their date night at the luxurious Elena restaurant at the renowned Four Seasons Hotel in Buenos Aires, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce seemed to be joined by none other than Swift's own father, Scott Kingsley Swift. The couple was enjoying a romantic evening after the singer's Friday show got postponed due to unfavorable weather conditions. But that didn't seem to dampen their spirits, as Kelce was reportedly beaming throughout the night. The pair looked adorable on their low-key date, according to a source who revealed to People. It seemed like they were enjoying each other's company a lot, and even left the restaurant hand in hand, which prompted cheers from the crowd inside.
And it's not just her love life that's hitting on all cylinders. Swift was just nominated for 6 Grammys.
Looks like things are going strong for this new power couple. Their date night at the Four Seasons wasn't the only highlight of their trip, as they also took in some sightseeing and even attended a soccer game together. It's clear that Swift and Kelce are making the most out of their time together despite the concert cancellation.
On Friday, the couple was also seen holding hands and heading to dinner after her concert was canceled for bad weather.
And with Swift's father joining them, it seems like things are getting pretty serious for the couple. Who knows? Maybe we'll see Kelce cheering on his girlfriend from the sidelines at another one of her future shows. The possibilities are endless. But for now, let's just enjoy this adorable date night and hope that more sweet moments between these two will come our way in the future.
And one of Swift's surprise song selections, further fueling speculation that she's falling in love.
Who would have thought that the world of pop music and NFL sports could collide in such a beautiful way? We can't help but be amused by this unexpected romance between two very different worlds. But hey, as they say, opposites attract. And in this case, it seems to be working out just fine for Swift and Kelce. We can't wait to see where the relationship goes next.
The sweet moment quickly going viral and throwing the internet into a frenzy.
So I guess we really should never judge a book by its cover, because you never know what magic could happen when the two different worlds collide. But perhaps even more impressive than their cute couple moments is the fact that Swift and Kelce both have a strong dedication to giving back to their communities. Swift is known for her philanthropic efforts with a focus on education and disaster relief, while Kelce has his own foundation that works to empower underserved children in Kansas City. After making headlines for their adorable embrace at Taylor Swift's recent concert in Argentina, fans are now dubbing her and Travis as couple goals, and it's not just because they make a cute pair, but also because of their shared passion for giving back to their communities.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand?
Aside from being super successful in their respective fields, Swift and Kelce have also dedicated themselves to making a positive impact in the world. While Swift uses her platform and resources to support causes that are important to her, Kelce has his own foundation that works towards empowering children in need. Their commitment to philanthropy is just another reason why we can't help but admire this power couple. Not only are they inspiring on an individual level, but together they make a formidable team with the potential to change lives for the better.
Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift went from strangers to seriously dating in basically months, and the pace was honestly suspicious from the start. They first connected when Travis attended Taylor's Eras Tour show at Arrowhead Stadium on July 8, 2023, after famously making a friendship bracelet with his phone number that he never managed to give her.
But I wanted to give Taylor Swift one with my number on it. Not right now.
Ooh.
By September 24th, 2023, Taylor showed up at her first Chiefs game in his suite next to his mom, Donna Kelce. Taylor later confirmed to Time magazine on December 6th, 2023, "We would never be psychotic enough to hard launch a first date." Translation: they were already a real couple before that public moment. By August 26th, 2025, they were engaged. Travis was 35 at the time. Taylor was 36. The whole relationship has been moving at warp speed. Talk show hosts Sarah Haynes and Alyssa Farah Griffin even pointed out on The View in October 2023 that Taylor was barely out of her 6-year relationship with Joe Alwyn. The rebound theory has followed them ever since. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's engagement reveal sat right between massive commercial launches, and the timing looks honestly calculated. Travis reportedly proposed around August 13th to 14th, 2025. The joint Instagram announcement dropped on August 26th, 2025, with the caption, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married." The post hit 37.16 million likes by mid-September, making it the 8th most liked Instagram post ever. Per metadata shared with Billboard, the post drew 14 million likes in just over an hour, plus passed -16 million reposts in 6 hours, a platform record. But here's where it gets weird. Just days before the announcement, Taylor went on Travis's New Heights podcast on August 13th, 2025, to announce her new album, The Life of a Showgirl. Then, Travis's American Eagle clothing collab dropped just one day after the engagement reveal. Album hype, engagement announcement, brand launch, all within 2 weeks. Travis's dad, Ed Kelce, insisted the proposal had been personally planned months in advance, but the suspicious commercial timing has followed them since. Real love or perfect business synergy? Probably both, honestly.
He comes over to Andy and goes, "Keep me in. What happened is..."
Travis Kelce yelling at his head coach Andy Reid on national television during Super Bowl 58 is honestly the most worrying red flag Taylor Swift fans have been pointing to since 2024. On February 11th, 2024, the Chiefs were playing the San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Travis lost his temper on the sidelines, screamed in Andy Reid's face, and physically bumped him hard enough to knock the 65-year-old coach off balance. The whole thing happened in front of millions of viewers. Travis himself called the moment unacceptable on his New Heights podcast afterwards. His brother Jason Kelce said Travis crossed the line. Andy Reid downplayed it, saying Travis keeps me young. The Chiefs went on to win the game 25-22 in overtime, and Taylor flew in from Tokyo to celebrate with him on the field. But the moment stuck publicly. Sure, it was just one incident, not a pattern. Travis publicly apologized. But seeing your partner physically shove a 65-year-old man during a televised game is genuinely concerning. The temper exists. Travis Kelce admitting that he and Taylor Swift literally never argue is honestly setting off relationship alarm bells in some experts. On the December 3rd, 2025 New Heights podcast episode featuring guest George Clooney, Travis casually said, "Well, it's only been 2.5 years. I haven't gotten into an argument. Never once. Casual flex or major red flag?"
It's been 2.5 years, and you're right. I haven't gotten in an argument.
Some relationship experts argue couples that never argue at all are actually unhealthy because it usually means one partner is not voicing their real opinions. Reddit users and outlets like Lad Bible jumped on this theory in December 2025. But here's the counter-argument. Relationship expert Patrick Wanis told Women.com on December 11th, 2025 that this dynamic actually sounds stable and healthy, saying this suggests that they have aligned values, are low in defensiveness, are emotionally steady, and they lean toward collaboration rather than competition. He literally called it a green flag, not a red one. So which is it? Honestly, it depends on whether Travis is just oversimplifying for podcast content or if Taylor is genuinely suppressing her opinions. Time will tell, but 2.5 years without a single argument is statistically unusual. Travis Kelce's body language with Taylor Swift has reportedly been cooling since 2024, and certain experts will not let this narrative go. Body language analyst Darren Stanton, who works for Spin Genie and Casino Hawks, told outlets after Taylor and Travis attended the 2024 US Open that their PDA had decreased significantly. He claimed Travis was becoming less interested with the Taylor Swift circus. Translation, he gets paid by a gambling brand to give quotes that generate clicks. The big caveat, other body language experts like Patty Wood, Inbal Honigman, Blanca Cobb, and Judy James have repeatedly read the exact same couple as deeply in love and totally connected. Even Darren Stanton himself flipped his analysis. By March 2026, he was describing the couple as having a strong power balance again. So basically, these experts contradict themselves all the time, depending on what's in the news cycle. Body language is honestly not actual science. It's vibes commentary, dressed up with credentials. But the constant chatter has kept the "they're secretly falling apart" narrative alive online. Take everything these experts say with massive caution. Travis Kelce earning a fraction of what Taylor Swift earns has fueled the "he's using her for clout" narrative since day one. The numbers are honestly wild. Taylor's Eras Tour, which ended on December 8th, 2024 in Vancouver, grossed $2,077,618,725 from over 10 million tickets, making it the first tour ever to cross $1 billion. Her album, The Life of a Showgirl, debuted on October 3rd, 2025, with 4.002 million equivalent album units in its first week, the largest weekly album figures since data tracking began in 1991. Travis, meanwhile, just re-signed with the Chiefs on March 9th, 2026 for a roughly $12 million one-year deal. That's basically pocket change compared to Taylor's billion-dollar empire. Fans accused Travis of pathetic clout chasing when his New Heights podcast did a Taylor-heavy fan survey. Body language expert Judy James actually defended Travis, arguing he shows zero insecurity about her bigger fame, which she said sets him apart from her exes. Travis is independently wealthy, with multiple business ventures, but the financial gap is honestly impossible to ignore. Power imbalance is real here. Taylor Swift getting booed at Super Bowl 59 in front of millions of viewers is honestly the most uncomfortable public moment of this entire relationship. On February 9th, 2025, the Chiefs faced the Philadelphia Eagles at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Taylor was shown on the Jumbotron, and parts of the crowd loudly booed her. The Chiefs lost the game, 40-22. Travis personally set an NFL record for career Super Bowl receptions with 35, but the loss overshadowed everything. Taylor's booing made global headlines for days. Tennis legend Serena Williams publicly defended Taylor. Even Donald Trump weighed in with a dig on his Truth Social platform. The political backlash following Taylor reflected how polarized her presence in the NFL space had become. Some Chiefs fans blamed her presence for the loss. Some Eagles fans booed her purely out of spite. The whole moment showed how Taylor's mainstream popularity does not automatically translate into NFL fan acceptance. The relationship made Taylor a lightning rod in a space where she was supposed to just be a supportive girlfriend. Genuinely brutal moment publicly for her. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's wedding date being mysteriously unclear, despite multiple confirmed rumors, is reportedly its own quiet red flag. Various outlets had reported the wedding would happen on June 13th, 2026, at Ocean House in Watch Hill, Rhode Island. The date came and went. Travis and Taylor were actually photographed in New York City that exact night, attending the Broadway show Oh Mary at the Lyceum Theater, posing backstage with Maya Rudolph. The local Rhode Island NBC affiliate, WJAR, confirmed that no celebrity wedding happened at Ocean House, and that the couple had never even filed for a marriage license in Westerly, which Rhode Island legally requires. The rumor mill then shifted to a July 3rd, 2026 wedding at Madison Square Garden, with reportedly negative 16,100 to negative 16,200 guests. But Taylor's spokesperson has repeatedly declined to comment on any wedding plans. So 9 months after the engagement, they still are not married. For a couple that moved at warp speed during dating, the wedding delay feels strange. Some say cold feet. Some say it's just careful logistics. Honestly, hard to tell yet.